Folks, welcome back. We have the World Series, us and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has been an absolute wagon, have yet to lose a game in the postseason. We've only lost two. Both of us swept the championship series. We swept the wild card, had a tough NLDS. They did not beat their Orioles. They have yet to lose a game. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a thrilling series. Let's check out what they have in store and see how well we stack up against the Rays. Before we do that, let's just check in on what our team has done. As you can see, Sterling Thompson is back from his injury, so we're going to move him back into the starting lineup. So far, Troy Wood, we've had some absolute banger postseason so far. Troy Wood, incredible. Dale Amador, 5 home runs, 11 RBI. Wyatt Langford's Ted Williams. Jazz Chisholm's hitting the ball out of the park. Evan Russo has connected 5 times, 11 RBIs as well. Nolan Gorman is stepping up. Tony Dominic not so much. Tovar has had his moments, and Thompson has been good. So you need 2 guys. Everyone else is having just insane production. That is great to see. Leland Metzger was great in his limited time, and Mark Winchester in his start got good. Let's check in on our pitching. So far, the staff: Bobby White hit a little bit. Mora, he's had some better starts. Again, this isn't like very short sample size. Bud Leonard's been okay, and JJ Rose has just been the guy for us. In the bullpen, Aldo Lozano, he's gotten some good work. Marco Garcia's gotten some good work. Rafael Parra continues to pitch for some reason. Brock Burke has been excellent. Vinny Garcia, not so much. Bo Brisky, again, short sample size. And for the most part, the back end of the bullpen has been insane. Let's check out Tampa Bay and what they got going on. The Rays look like this. Headlined by right fielder Chase DeLauter. Tony Black, he is their left fielder. High contact guy. Not much else. Decently fast, but in left field, that defense can be weary. Hopefully we pull some balls over to his side. Pete Crow Armstrong, a guy that has incredible defense. Probably the best defender in the game in Major League Baseball right now. He's hitting good high averages, super high contact bat, can pull the ball and get it out against righties, and then obviously one of the best gloves in all of Major League Baseball. Nolan Shanuel is just a hit machine as we know him to be. Again, kind of the same profile as Tony Black, but just on another level, especially against righties. He is not going to miss your pitch. He's not going to strike out hitting 500. Chase DeLauter, this is the big fish that they signed to a huge extension. And actually, the numbers look not as big as I thought they would. But for Tampa Bay, this year, 27 home runs, 305 average, a 941 OPS, which is his second best. He's an 893 career OPS hitter, just an absolute tank. Just overall well-rounded hitter. It's lefty's better for contact, but righty's better for power. Doesn't really have a true weakness in his game. Curtis Mead, another guy, high average. It looks like these guys are just all high contact, high average, get on base, keep the ball going. Xavier Isaac does have some pop against righties. Luis Campusano, we know about him. Really good with runners on base. Carson Williams. If Pete Crow Armstrong isn't the best fielder in Major League Baseball, then it's Carson Williams. Absolute tank at shortstop, and then also provides some decent hitting as well. And then they have Max Muncy, not the Dodgers' Max Muncy, the A's Max Muncy. Not the A's Max Muncy, but you get what I'm saying. Second baseman. He's just there because they need someone to play second base. On the bench, they have Josh Lau, Estevan Florial, Braden Taylor, Robbie Harnett, and William Bake. So it looks like they basically keep their lineup the same versus righties and lefties. So that is who we are going up against. Their pitching staff has one big yes, and this pitching staff is not good. I mean, Alex Manoah has been doing Alex Manoah things, one of the most well-rounded pitchers in the league. 3 ERA, 12 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts has been phenomenal. But then you're just getting high production from a guy like Kirsten Waldrep, who 10 innings, 1.69 ERA. Corey Lowell, 12 innings, he's been fine. Michael Grove has got in there, he's been good. And Ryan Feltner hasn't even got a chance. Former Rocky Ryan Feltner, fun fact. Former Rocky Ryan Feltner, fun fact. So yeah, I mean, they're pitching well this postseason, but like, is a guy like Corey Lowell going to scare you? I hope not. Kirsten Waldrop does have that nasty splitter, but if you lay off of it, what is he going to do to you this year? Yeah, 4.77 ERA, 5.40 ERA kind of guy. I'm not scared. Even if we lose game 1 to Alek Manoah, I still think we have it. And here is their bullpen, who isn't screaming at you. Stefan Pena has incredible strikeout stuff, but that's about it. He gets susceptible to long ball. He's going to walk guys and give up hits, and he got bumps to the bullpen this year, and you can see why. He just gives up too many runs. Strikeouts are great, cool, but if you're walking 100 guys a year, I mean, if you look at his K per 9's 11, great, cool, awesome. You love to see that. It's going to be one of the highest in the game. But also 6 walks per 9 and 2 home runs per 9 just isn't going to cut it. So hopefully we see him a whole lot. Eddie Parra, kind of the opposite, doesn't strike anyone out, doesn't give up too many hits. And then the back end of the bullpen, again, not great. Antonio Nava, Charles Lindsay, and Will Klein. They've been fine, but against our guys, I'm liking our chances. Let's get into this. Us, Tampa Bay, trying to go back-to-back 3 in 4 years. World Series Game 1, we stay here in Florida. Obviously, swept the Marlins, and we're looking to sweep the Rays. Again, looking at this team, it's not the team. I don't know. They're undefeated, so you got to respect them, but I don't see it. Obviously, the one thing that could happen, their offense matches our offense. We just have to hope our pitching is better, and so far it has been. However, we do know that over the course of the season, our pitching hasn't been fantastic. Here's how we stack up. Rays have us beaten pretty much everything, but not by a whole bunch. ERA is very similar. Average is very similar. Even though they're hitting like 320 as a team, which is kind of crazy, regardless of however you slice it or dice it. But I think this could be a very good game. Again, kind of like Miami. Once we get past Alek Manoah, or this game could be a loss, I think it's smooth sailing the rest of the way. So let's get on into it. Here in Tampa Bay, in their new stadium. Not the first time we've seen their new stadium. Them and Oakland have gotten new stadiums during my time here. So let's get it going. Alek Manoah, he was the Cy Young Award winner this year. Has a 3 ERA and 12 innings pitched this postseason. And I think we can get to him. And hopefully we get to him just like we did Sandy Alcantara earlier on against the Marlins. Wyatt Langford in the box, hitting 400, and he just misses the slider in a real good spot. Luckily for Manoah, he strikes out Langford. Usually he does big damage to pitches like that. We are going into the bottom of the first. Black, Crow, Armstrong, Shanuel facing off against J.J. Rose. Rose has probably been our best pitcher. Him and Leonard definitely doing better than White and Mora. 13 innings pitched, .69 ERA. Nice. And, we think kind of the strategy here is kind of the strategy against Miami. That, hey, if J.J. Rose isn't giving us his best, then we basically get our ace for Game 2 and have a good pitching matchup there. Black gets on an infield single that Thompson couldn't quite get a hold of, and this is wrote by Pete Crow Armstrong, PCA. Into the corner. Langford gets it. Amador fires home well in time. They try to test us early, and we had the answer. Crow Armstrong with a double, but not an RBI as Black is gunned down. Absolute bullet of a hit. Langford got to it quick, and by the time Black hit third base, Amador had the ball. I'm not quite sure why they sent him, and plenty in time for Russo to apply the tag. And we keep the Rays off the board here in the first. Chase DeLauder into the outfield. Wood is there. And again, we do keep the Rays off the board. Spoke a little bit too soon, but ended up being the truth anyway. So, Colorado gives up a couple of hits, but no runs. And we got our big boppers coming up here in the second. Pick things up in the second inning, and Chisholm's going to work a walk. A good at-bat, had a full count there, so let Manoah throw a bunch of pitches, and especially against a guy like this, that's the way you got to go beat him. Let him throw pitches, get him out of this game early, and then we talked about their bullpen. Oh, Jazz, what are we doing, fella? Jazz Chisholm sitting duck there at first base, unfortunately. He is down for the count. You see right here, just too late to react. Seanwell applies the tag, and we can't be giving Manoah free outs like that. We just cannot. So then Russo on a 1-2 count. Manoah sets, delivers, and he gets Russo ahead of the slider. It just seemed like our timing was off this game, and we'll see it throughout the course of the evening. But it just seemed like we were a little bit in front, a little bit behind where we needed to be, and getting out ahead of that changeup, and that will do it for the inning. So started off promising, and then we bailed out Tampa Bay, and we can't put a run on the board. Luis Campusano, we know very much about this guy. Played with the Padres for a bit, and he was a thorn in our side. He continues to be here. We're open to left field. Wood can't quite get to it. However, this will be a long single for the slow Campusano, and he will sit at first base with a pretty hard hit long single. Curtis Mead bullies this pitch. Fastball left in a bad spot, in the Australian. He goes deep. How did you like my Australian accent? It's not that great, all right? Just like this lead, not great for the Rockies. All right, I'm going to stop now. J.J. Rose just left the fastball middle, and Mead, who has been crushing baseballs for Tampa Bay, especially in this postseason, continues the good fight for them. And talked about this offense doesn't really scare me. There's not much power, but everyone just has great bat-to-ball skills as a team coming into here, batting over 320 as a team, and Max Muncy cranked it. Not the Max Muncy you might be thinking about, but has a Max Muncy result as a home run in the postseason, something that guy did a whole bunch. And Muncy, curveball left high, inside decent spot, but that has to be lower, and Muncy just jumped all over it and pulls it. Now it's 3-0 Tampa Bay. Tony Black back up there, 1-4, had that infield single, and Domine able to scoop it and bring it to the bag. So we thought our offense was hot this postseason. Tampa Bay seems to be just all that much hotter. 5 hits, 3 runs, a couple of blasts, and we're not even 8 outs into this thing yet. This has been scary, not the start we wanted from J.J. Rose. Top of the third, Manoah fastball, and other way goes Tovar with it, and that's our first hit of the ball game. Not our first base runner, but our first hit, which is good, and is no-hitter going through this early portion. And then finally we connect on one real nice, and it's going to Muncy, who tosses it up to Carson Williams, who brings it back to Seanwell, and that is a double play to end the inning. So just as things start getting a little bit better for us, they go to the wayside all the quicker as we get doubled up, and that will do it for the third inning as the home half coming up. Nothing happens there, which is a great, good sign. Adele Amador, top 4, 1 out in the inning. 38 pitches for Manoah so far, and this is a circle change crank to left field. Finally, a real good piece of hitting. Amador rounds first base, heading to second as that ball rattles up against the wall, and it is a double for Adele Amador. He took his change up middle. Chisholm trying to bring in Amador, and he will. Fastball sent in the same direction, and this will get over the wall. Jazz Chisholm line drive. That had gap double over it, but hit it just high enough to sneak over that wall 383 feet later. Absolutely bullied that pitch. Again, a fastball high, sent deep to left center field, and that does get over. And it is a 3-2 ball game as Chisholm continues to be one of our premier offensive threats. Russo down on the slider like so many before him, and that will do it for the inning. But we do get on the board. Finally, it's a ball game yet again as the offense starting to kick into gear here in the 4th inning. Jazz Chisholm, 2-run blast, delivers the scores. Xavier Isaac yet can't miss there. Troy Wood takes a bad pursuit angle. This rolls all the way to the wall, and Isaac will be standing at second base to lead off the bottom of the 4th. It seems like nothing we're doing is correct. Rose kind of took away his fastball here in the last couple of innings. Muncy deep into left field. That will not be a home run. He's using his off-speed that everyone's just jumping on the fastball, and he's going to have to change up his repertoire a little bit. And gets out of the inning there. In the last 2 innings, only 1 hit given up, which is good for him. But still need to get something done here. Top 5, 1-2 count. Tovar already a single off Manoah earlier, and a slider gets him out. Nothing we can do here in the 5th. Manoah working a real good game. Just that one mistake has a few strikeouts already, keeping the pitch count where it needs to be, and looking like the Cy Young Award winner. And already we're going to turn to Marco Garcia's. J.J. Rose just seemed like nothing. They had the answers to the test, it seems. And then Tony Black has the answers to Marco Garcia as well. There's some suspicious Houston stuff. No, I'm not even going to say that. I don't even want to put that in the atmosphere. As Marco Garcia gets the lead off double to Tony Black. He's sitting on second base with the best of the lineup coming up. And Pete Crow Armstrong goes yard. It is 5-2. And Rockies trail Tampa Bay yet again. No, I guess they still trailed even before that. I guess nothing really has changed, but it's just kind of a blind sign. I guess it shouldn't be. This is the World Series. This is the best team in the American League. They're the number 1 seed. They blew through everybody. They won over 100 games. It shouldn't be as surprising as I've kind of made it out to be. I guess really confident in our team, and they're just not delivering. Do get the strikeouts to end the inning, but PCA already put himself all over the map on this one. 2-run shot. Heading into the 6th inning, Alek Manoah is still out there, and he leaves a pitch high for Amador, who watches it go. And just a big swing here could really change the tide of this game yet again. Langford a strikeout, and then a hard line out is his day. And a lot of those sliders left in that middle of the plate. You see that red zone. And another slider, he was ready for it. They just keep hanging sliders to him in the middle. Struck out the first time, lined out the second time, and this time laces an RBI double into the left center field gap. Amador in there just ahead of the tag, and it is 5-3 Rockies here in Game 1 of the World Series late. The Rockoffs offense starting to pick it up a little bit. It's exactly what we need from them, and hopefully we chase Manoah out of this game. We just haven't been able to time him up. He's been moving around the pitches, really doing a great job at mixing speeds and keeping our hitters off balance. He plunks Chisholm there, and after 5 2/3 innings, that is going to do it for the day for Alek Manoah. So he is done. We're going to go into the bullpen, and this is where we can strike. Manoah, so far so good. 3 earned runs given up. It would have been a quality start if you just got out of the inning. And Stefan Pena is going to be in, a big strikeout guy, but walks a bunch of dudes, gives up hits, gives up home runs. You just got to be patient at the plate. Don't get in 0-2 counts, and just let him work you. 2 runners on, and Russo should have just left it. Would have been bases loaded for Nolan Gorman, but late on the fastball, high, too enticing, and that's one nail in the coffin. And it might not be the final nail, might not be the worst nail, but a nail just got hit into the coffin, and we're running out of time. Xavier Isaac going the other way for another double, his second double of the ball game. He is sitting on second base. So good job, Isaac. Great for him. Congratulations, Curtis Mead. He's up, and we're looking to the bullpen, and we're going to bring in Bo Brisky. Kind of get that righty-righty matchup, not let him have his power stroke against the lefties. Brisky, 1 1/3 innings pitched, a couple of runs given up. Not the best of performances for a 1 run given up, but it's a short sample size, and he has been nothing but phenomenal for us this year and in the postseasons past. Karsten Williams jammed into right field, and they're going to test it. Langford, the throw comes home a little offline, but Russo's there to get him. Throws a little bit up the line, but he was able to recover quickly, and we get another out at the plate. Langford, another outfield assist, and it is a show out there in the outfield. We're putting on. Domine up against Pena in the 7th. 0 for 2 for Tommy. Make it 1 for 3. Hit right back up the middle. Not too hardly hit, but hit well nonetheless. He's on first base. Dominate, big claps for him. Later on, Ezekiel Tovar, 0-2 count. Cutter, that pitch was filthy. It broke so much. Got to give credit where credit's due. Pena, a guy who strikes out about 11 per inning, but also walks 6, gives up 2 home runs per 9, and we're just not letting him beat himself. Charles Lindsay, he comes in. He's also been a little up and down for the Rays, and Sterling Thompson is up. We're going to go to the bench. Thompson will be taken out of the game. And we're going to go Tyrone Garinger, who hits against lefties phenomenally. We need some offense. We need some spark. We're going to sacrifice. Actually, we're not going to sacrifice a little bit defense because of the switch we'll make after this. But Garinger, again, hits lefties real well. We need him. And the first at-bat in about a month, live at-bat in about a month, he is jammed on the fastball high. Again, another one should have let go and doesn't get bailed out. Shunwell's there to get it. So they get out of this inning only 6 outs away from taking game number 1. Brisky still out there. Muncy, chopper. Brisky goes to apply the tag, but he misses. And the throw is not inside. That's going to go down as an error on Bo Brisky. Yet applying the tag, but he's got to get the sure thing. He doesn't. Calderon, he comes in. He's been great for us in his 4 games, especially getting a lot of work against Miami. He's going to be asked to shut stuff down right here. And we can't get an 0-2 count. 2 out. Shunwell down to Tovar. He's going to go the short way, but takes a weird route to. It's like he kind of didn't know what he wanted to do. Just go to first base, brother. And that's another miscue. I don't know if that goes down as an error, but a miscue nonetheless. Fortunately for us, he gets another stab at it. And this time, just going to take the out at first. A lot of grounds out, and that do it. So we got Wood, Amador, Langford. We have our big fish coming up here. Fortunately, they don't do anything in the 8th inning as we head to the 9th. Will Klein's coming out 3 for 3 on save opportunities this postseason, 2.25 ERA. He's been great. But again, another guy that on paper we think we can be able to get to, and we'll see if that is the case. Chisholm, strikeout, changeup, filthy, and 1 gone for Colorado. Haven't lost a World Series. We haven't lost many World Series games. I don't think we have. I think in our 2 World Series wins, I think we lost 1 World Series game in the last 2 tries. I think we swept Minnesota, and then we went 4-1 against Houston, if I'm not mistaken. And we are in danger of losing another one, and we will pop up. Gorman, Mead over, ball game. Tampa Bay, they're for real. And I think they heard the disrespect. And they come out in their brand spanking new stadium and they pull out the W here against us. It's a game where we just couldn't get our timing right. Obviously the pitching early on the game put us behind the 8 ball, and it wasn't us. But we have our ace going tomorrow. They have a severe drop-off in terms of starting pitching talent from here on out. We can definitely pull up a couple of games. This is a game easily winnable, series winnable in 6 or 7, I think, maybe even earlier. But I think this might be the only game that we drop here. Check out the box score. As always, see who was doing what. Couple of RBI for Jazz. Chisholm, that was really it. The home run, and then RBI for Langford. A couple of doubles. Of our 5 hits, 3 were extra for extra bases, but 9 strikeouts, a couple of walks. Just couldn't really string stuff together. Double play by Sterling Thompson hurt, and then the error by Brisky didn't come back to haunt us. But yeah, just not the outcome we wanted. This really hurts. J.J. Rose, 4 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned, 1 strikeout. Marco Garcia, just 3 strikeouts in his 1 inning. And then 7 strikeouts altogether, but only 1 strikeout from J.J. Rose. That's a big difference. Just couldn't get guys out. This is a team that does not strike out a whole bunch. They put the ball in the play a lot, and we just couldn't do anything against them. 11 hits from them, multiple hits from 4 different players, including a 2 double day from Xavier Isaac. Pete Crow Armstrong went yard. Max Muncy went yard. Curtis Mead went yard. Only struck out 7 times. That was mostly when we got our filthy bullpen guys out there. And yeah, it just was not our day, to say the very, very least. 5 2/3 from Manoah, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 earned. We are thrilled with that outcome. Just the bullpen, who we thought we can get to, shut it down. Pena, 1 inning of work, no runs. Lindsley, an inning and a third, no runs. And then Will Klein, an inning and a third, no runs. They were great. Let's move on to game number 2. And in game 2, like we said, Bobby White is going to go for us. They are going to go with Hurston Waldrep, I believe. Filthy splitter. You got to lay off the splitter. Can't let that pitch beat you. Let's see if we can do that here against Tampa Bay's number 2 batter. Again, offense was a premium for them. Again, they get a lot of hits. Looking back at it after my initial evaluation, this is a team that's just going to hit. Chase DeLauder being on this team is such he's such a monster. They get the power where they need to, but it's really just they get guys on base. And Hurston Waldrep, 1.69 ERA in 2 postseason starts. So on paper, a guy we can get, but so far he's played kind of above that on paper designation. And as we all know, the game is not played on paper. It's played on the field. Waldrep. Pitch comes in. There's that splitter, man. We got to stay off of it. If you can combo that fastball, change-up, splitter right down the bottom of the zone, that is a long day, brother. Cannot have a long day against this guy. Bobby White, his mixed bag postseason, 3 games, 1-1, 14 innings, 5.14 ERA, striking out 20% of the guys he faces, walking just 5% of them. Let's see what kind of Bobby White we get here today. And everyone forgets, only 23, 24 still. He is still a young in. Came up at just the age of 19 or 20 years old and has been absolutely phenomenal for us. Tony Black, single to the right side. He's on first to start the inning. Pete Crow Armstrong, curveball left high, and this will not be an outfield assist on Tony Black's mark. That will be an RBI double for Pete Crow Armstrong, and just like that, Tampa Bay back in the driver's seat. As again, this is a game where we're asking Bobby White to really lock stuff down for us, and if he can't do it, I really don't know who can. We're gonna have to ask someone else to get the job done. But White so far, another double. This time Chase DeLauder gets a big base hit. It's 2-0 Tampa Bay, and our world is crumbling. It's a team that was built off home runs and good pitching. And the home runs have been there, the offense has been there, that good pitching we thought was there, and all of a sudden it has just disappeared. It's tough. Isaac, liftoff. 4-0 Tampa Bay here in the first. Not going great. Definitely the worst World Series start for Bobby White in his career. 491 feet, absolute rocket by Xavier Isaac. He puts Tampa Bay up early. 4-0 early. And just like that, we were just behind. This is kind of like what we did to Miami. We just went up a couple of runs, and even when they were clawing back and this and that, just was too much. And now we're in that same position. We're already going to the bullpen. I talked about I don't want to see Rafael Parra at all this series, and they have him warming up in the first inning. Camposano finally, hard hit, but Thompson is there, has plenty of time, and that does it for the inning. So a few doubles, and then the home run back-breaker here in the first. 4 hits, 4 earned for Bobby White. Not what you like to see. Top 2, Chisholm. Fastball, great job. He gets it up the middle and in for a base hit. Chisholm's come to play. Offensively, haven't been, no worries about that. And then it is Evan Russo ahead of the slider that dumps in. And Chisholm had to wait to make sure that pitch was, that ball dropped before he went over third base. Nolan Gorman trying to stay out of the double play. He will. Right back up the middle, even with Crow Armstrong out there. Be plenty of confidence to let Chisholm come around to score, and we're responding. And great teams respond. And we responded here. Fastball. Haven't really beat most of our hitters, but then 2 outs. Curveball left over the middle of the plate. Erlen Thompson can't do damage with it, and that will do it for the inning. Nolan Gorman does get an RBI base hit. Jazz Chisholm does come around to score, but that's just about it for us. Tony Black, he goes up the middle, and 2 outs in the second inning. Then you get a base runner. And again, not what you want to see. You don't like to give 2-out base hits. You don't like to really give up any base hits or walks, or especially with 2 outs, though. Domine, he can't get it. PCA, the hit into the outfield brings another run home. And again, we could have been out of that inning. We didn't even have to face Earl Armstrong there. Black got over to second base, and that was all she wrote. Sean Newell pitched left in a bad spot, but he's just under it. And Russo behind the plate puts it away. So another run by Tampa Bay. Could have been avoided, should have been avoided, had to be avoided, and unfortunately just was not. And the Rockies down by 4 again. Troy Wood, lift off. Curveball, middle, pimped it. Troy Wood, a home run. He's come to play. He's been everything we needed and more. Troy Wood has been phenomenal for the Rockies. And he goes yard. The former athletic, current Colorado Rockies traded him for Jesus Luzardo. And Troy Wood, the distance, 435 feet. And we are back to a 3-run ball game. Waldrep the pitch, and Wyatt Langford gets a hold of it. Starting to piece him up a little bit more. 112 off the bat on the splitter as well, so able to hit the splitter on the nose. Just couldn't lift that ball. That would have been huge. Get that ball over the fence. Chisholm, splitter, middle, left, up, and Langford's going to be running for a while. DeLauder chases it down. We're going to hold the runners up at second and third, and one big hit away from tying this game up, or at least going, taking 2 runs off of our deficit. Chisholm, been phenomenal. Hit this one right over the head of DeLauder, and he had to go chase it down. Russo, can you deliver? First pitch to him in this at-bat is wild. Runners are going to come over, and Langford will score. So we manufacture a run there. Now a fly ball gets us within 1 run. And that's exactly what we get. Fastball, middle, just under it. Should have been a home run, really. And Russo didn't do the job just fine. Black, not the best of fielders out there. Kind of like our Troy Wood out there. More just a contact leadoff guy who's an okay glove. And Russo does the job. 5-4. Nolan Gorman, 2-2 count. And we already got Waldrep up to 60 pitches here in the 3rd inning. And the inning continues after Gorman goes up the middle with the base hit. Love to see it. Next guy up, Tommy Domine. Splitter into the dirt, and that will do it. So we do get a few runs here. Very, very, very good. And that's fine. I like it. And we're going to take the pitching change. It's going to be Rafael Parra again. At this point, probably should have got someone else warmed up with the close game, but we had Parra already. We're going to warm somebody up and just kind of let Rafael go. Not the best decision, I don't think, after DeLauder goes up the middle and a leadoff base hit. But most important story, Bobby White gone after 2. None of our starters so far have had the juice to deal with it. Meade, he goes swinging, and DeLauder is in second base, stealing second. So 0-1 count. Great sinker by Meade, but DeLauder still takes second base. Then Xavier Isaac, tank. That curls around the foul pole. It's a 7-4 game again. It just feels like every a step forward, 2 steps back. Finally, we catch up, they get another run. We finally catch up, and then they get another 2 runs. There's nothing we can do. This offense is so good. Carson Williams finally be the final out. Domine spears it above his head. But yeah, Xavier Isaac puts an exclamation point on that inning as it's now 7-4. Tampa Bay up yet again. In the top of the fourth inning, Waldrop still out there, and Wood gets good wood on this one, pun intended, and over the head of Black. Troy Wood will stay on second base, and that is a double here with 2 outs from Troy Wood. See if we can do anything with this. Dale Amador, it is your turn, sir. Good swing by Wood. 0-2 count for Amador. Pitch comes in, and it is painted. Again, you have that respect for the splitter, but that leaves you susceptible for the knee-high fastball. That's exactly what we got. The fifth inning, Ty Madden on the mound now as Waldrop's pitch count just got a little bit too high, and we get a single with 2 outs by Evan Russo. Then Gorman. Fastball low and out of the zone. Should have been a walk and should have been a strikeout. I'm not sure he shouldn't even touched that ball, but alas, he gets a piece of it, and that is going to do it for the inning. So Rockies, again, still trail by 3. At this point of the game, spoiler alert, this is where things started getting off the rails. Double by Shanuel to begin the 5th, and Steve will be standing up at second base, jaunting in to second base. Next up is DeLauder, and he goes the other way for a double. Wood going to track it down. It's going to be an 8-4 game after this. And DeLauder, another double. He is one of the top hitters, top players in all the league. Signed with Tampa Bay to a pretty fair deal, I'd say. Curtis Mead, he gets a pitch, slider left high, straight away center field. That's gone. Multiple runs on the home run. Curtis Mead, another home run against us. No bueno, no bueno, no bueno. Curtis Mead, 3 home runs this postseason, second against Colorado in as many games, and that puts them up 10-4. Next batter, Luis Campusano. Next pitch, rather. Sinker. Same thing. Missed your spot. Center field. Campusano makes us 11-4 game. And get me out of here, man. I don't know what the hell happened. This is not the Colorado Rockies team that I know. It ended up being a 15-6 game. Tovar into center field will be it. They added more. I don't know. I don't know. This is shell-shocking. I guess this is the arrogance. This is the we've been here before. We've done it before. We know what we're doing. There's no way this team that won 100-plus games. We won 86. I don't know where this entitlement come from. I think just how last year's postseason went, how we've constructed this team in the past, just the players that we have, the seasons we had, postseason we had leading up to this. I was had all the confidence in the world, but clearly it is back to bite. And now we are down 0-2 in the playoffs, in the World Series, and we have a long climb left. But still, I'm looking at the next rotation. We get 2 games here, and it's anyone's series, so we just need to win at home. Offense came to play. 14 hits, 6 runs. Did strike out 10 times, however. Wood a double, Chisholm a double. He had home runs by Russo and Gorman in the 9th inning that meant nothing. And then Troy Wood, that home run that we saw. And Bobby White, 2 innings, 5 earned. Parra, 3 innings, 6 earned. Lozano, 3 earned runs into it. Just all around bad. All around bad, especially for the pitching. 18 hits, 15 RBI, multiple hits for basically everyone. Home runs by Campusano. Isaac had 2. DeLauder had 1. Mead had 1. I mean, the RBI list is long. You can check that out if you want. DeLauder had 5 of them, up to 16 now this postseason. A couple stolen bases as well. Again, just get me out of here. Waldrop had a wild pitch that allowed us to score a run earlier and then get that other run on the sacrifice fly right after that. Tampa Bay just came to play. And again, 4 innings, 4 earned. If we told you that's what chased the starter, you'd be happy. But then Ty Madden came in for clean innings, 3 hits, 4 hits, 3 walks. I don't know. I just don't know. All right, back at home, we need need this game. NEED, all capitals. James Mora, baby. The one thing that really concerns me about this game is how great, this team just gets hits. And James Mora is a guy that you can beat him by just getting hits. And they don't strike out, and they put the ball in play, and that's kind of exactly what James Mora struggles with the most. So let's pray. Let's play. Just hope it does not get out of hand like it did last game. Just hope we can stay in this one. And Tampa Bay 2-0 series lead, 5 runs in game 1, 15 in game 2, outscoring us 20-9 so far in this World Series. And James Mora back at home. See if he can do the damn thing. I would love it if he could. It's the guy that we drafted, and we think that out of everybody we have in this pitching staff, this guy might be the guy in a year or two. When dust settles and we have the baseball cards and we're at Hall of Fame inductions, this is the guy we think that could have the best career. Almost a complete game shutout against Miami in Game 3 of that series. And can we get that guy here? He's not walked a guy yet this postseason. Let's keep that up. And a clean first. Dominates there. Sean Well grounds out to his first base counterpart. Book it. Top of the first, over. Tampa Bay did no damage. Colorado comes out unscathed. Let's check out their Game 3 starter. It is Corey Lowell. 2 games, 4.50 ERA. Again, the starting pitching hasn't really hurt us. It's the bullpen that's hurt us, which, again, if you were to have me bet, I would have bet the house, it would have been at least the other way around. Corey Lowell, not big strikeout guy. Only 8 strikeouts in his 12 innings. See what we can do against him. Troy Wood smacked it. First at bat of the game. Carl Armstrong leaps and makes the catch. Oh, that's an omen, isn't it? That has to be an omen. It can't not be an omen. Langford rolls over on. It doesn't really hit the ball over 100 miles per hour, but just a great stab by Curtis Mead, and that will do it. Think about this. How great this team would be if they kept Junior Caminero. Just remember that. He was on the World Series roster for the Astros last year, and he couldn't put on this team. Luis Camposano continues to be Corbin Carroll and Cabrian Hayes on steroids. If you know, you know. If you followed along, you definitely know what I mean by that. Xavier Isaac just by Domine, too far out front of Amador. And all right, now you got 2 on, 1 out here in the second inning. And this is exactly what it starts to look like when James Mora gets unraveled. 2 outs and a walk. First walk given up by Mora in the postseason. Bases juiced for Max Muncy. Rolls over it. Tovar's there. And we get out of the jam. So a couple of hits, a walk, but with the bases loaded, James Mora gets the pitch he needs. Keeps Tampa Bay off the board. All right, they're threatening, though. You got to quell that. Jazz Chisholm starts us off with a hit. Seems like every game, his first at-bat, been a base hit for our first hit of the day. All right. So Chisholm on first base. Nolan Gorman a couple batters later. He's on with 2. He is up 2-2 count, bottom of the second inning, and that is a double play ball, tailor-made and finished by Williams and Sean Well. So middle infield, Tampa Bay twirls 2, and just like we get on base finally and can't do anything with it. Pick things up in the top of the third. Pete Crow Armstrong over the head of Amador. Chisholm is there to keep this to a single, but we got PCA on first base. No issue. Next batter is Chase DeLauder. He goes over, but Tovar is there. Excellent fielder, one of the best fielding shortstops in the game. He puts it away. So we're trading blows, but no runs yet. Tampa Bay still yet to score. This is the farthest into a game they've gotten without having multiple runs on the board. Dale Amador, they say in the last 10 games has 3 home runs. Put another one on it. 4 in the last 11. Coors, Amador, Coors blast. And we have the lead, 451 feet. I think the first lead for Colorado in this series. And that was a bomb. Blasted other way. Amador, well, actually, kind of looks like straight away center field. And again, one of the premier power threats at second base. You don't get much of those. And Nolan Gorman, he keeps the inning going with a single. And we keep the train rolling here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tovar with a runner on second base. Gets a good pitch to hit, but just missed it. A little bit behind. And that will be out number 3. So we do get the solo shot from Adele Amador. That is all we can get. Top 6, 2 out. Campusano, 1 for 2 on the day. Make it 2 for 3. Another bleeder. That Langford tracks down, and Tampa Bay has a runner on here late. James Mora, though, shutout going here as we are in the top of the 6th inning. He has been fantastic. Isaac over the head of Tovar. And this could break the shutout. Just talking about it. Even with Campusano being slow-footed, hit perfect place for Isaac to drive in the run. And it is tied up at 1. Just when we think things are going good, just when we think we have things figured out, it's the Rays. And then Mora comes back, gets the strikeout of need with a nasty, nasty, nasty pitch up top. And that will do it for the inning. Jazz Chisholm now. He goes yard. Opposite field. We get the lead right back. You like Jazz Coors? Jazz Chisholm, 414 feet, 102 off the bat. The other way, he is a superstar. And we take this lead right back. It is 2-1. Rockies ahead, and we just need to keep this lead, get us back into this series, and everything will be Gucci. I promise you that. Gorman with 2 outs, 1 for 2 on the day. He's going to strike out on the high fastball. And Corey Lowell still out there doing the damn thing. But Jazz Chisholm and Amador take him yard. And it is a Rockies lead yet again here late. And as we go into the 8th inning, we're going to keep more out there. Pico Armstrong drops down the bunt. And probably Morris should have let Thompson go out there and get it. Would have been a better opportunity for him to get the out. Sean Newell just by Amador, so 2 cheap ones put runners on. And this is where we bring in Roger Calderon, I would assume. I don't think there's any other guy we could put out there but him. And with Chase the Lauder coming up, especially put a lefty out there. And yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Calderon is in 5 innings, 5 games, no runs given up. Exactly who we need to prevent disaster. Can we prevent disaster? Chase the Lauder, 0-1 count. Double play ball, perfect. Amador turns it. Now we're just 1 out away from getting out of the inning. Great pitch by Calderon, going 6-4-3 double play, getting us out of a jam. Tovar to Amador, over to Domine. Perfectly done. Campusano, 0 for 1. Liftoff, high, deep. Chisholm going back. No! Campusano with 2 outs in the 8th. Runner on third goes 456 feet. And Calderon, who has been so reliable for so many years, gives up the biggest mistake of his career. Campusano, center field, had no chance that was staying in. And late, Tampa Bay takes the lead. Isaac dotted up, but is the damage already done? We have 2 chances to take back our own destiny. Can we do it? Luis Campusano joins the pantheon of thorns in my side. Antonio Nava, he's coming out yet to give up a run this postseason in 4 innings, has 3 holds. Wears that children's flamethrower glove like it, but I'm going to make fun of him. He's going to just sit us down 1, 2, 3 like it's nothing. 4-seam fastball over his PCA and that. Do it. All right. So we got one more chance. It's just deflating. Deflating is just the only word to use here to describe it. Go on, Duran. 4 for 4 in save ops. Yet to get up a run. We just need to keep Tampa Bay off the board. Give us just a 1-run game. Exactly what we need. Curtis Mead up at the plate. He has been a destroyer of us. And Duran, first pitch, going to go curveball here. And that is a souvenir. Just hurts, man. It just hurts. Mead digging the knife deeper into the chest with his 4th home run. 3rd in 3 games. A home run every single game for this motherfucker, man. And, yeah, Tampa Bay looking to take the 3-0 series lead. Domine picks up the ground ball, and that will do it for the inning. So Mead does the damage. I'm sitting in the corner crying. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Rays up 4-2 as we head to the final 3 outs. And Will Klein come up trying to get his, 4th or 5th save? 5th save? Yeah, trying for his 5th save. Look at me. 1.080 ERA. We did not do anything against them in the last time we faced them in game number 1. Can we do anything against him here? Troy Wood digs into the box for the first at bat. Hitting .323. It's exactly what we need is Troy Wood, top of the lineup, to come up in the situation. But we'll see what happens and what unfolds here. Klein, the pitch. It's inside, and that's jammed for a pop-up. 1 pitch, 1 out. Love to see it. Next up is Adele Amador. He strolls to the plate and a 1-1 count. He ropes one, but right on a line to second base at 113 miles per hour. Probably our best swing all day. And it's just a measly ground out. And that puts all the pressure on Wyatt Langford, who is behind on the fastball. Over there is Shanuel, and Tampa Bay up 3-0. Well, time to watch the 04 Sox documentary for the next 24 hours. Get pumped up for this challenge that we're embarking on. It's a challenge. There's no other way to slice it or dice it. This is a challenge. Lowell, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, and yeah, do a lot of mirror searching. We finally got a good day pitching, and then the offense just didn't turn it up. I don't know what it is. We just got to take it one game at a time. It can't be looking too far ahead into the future. That's what got us in the position now. We were already kind of tasting champagne. We found out we're playing Tampa Bay foolishly. I think we just were too high in the moment and had to let it play out. Here's how it all went down. 11 hits again for them. Only 5 strikeouts against one of the best strikeout artists in the game, James Mora. I think one of just a handful of guys to have 200-plus strikeouts in back-to-back years. And Campusano and Mead, those home runs late, did all the work. And, yeah, now we find ourselves in a precarious position. Nava came in through a clean inning, and then Klein came in 2 perfect innings for them. And, yeah. That's all it is. We only got 4 hits in this one. No walks. We only struck out 5 times, but just they put the ball in play and found holes. We didn't. Just simple as that. 2 home runs for us, and that was all it was scoring-wise. Gorman had a hit as well, but 0 for everybody else. Yeah, 4 hits coming from 3 guys. It's not ideal. Just couldn't put the ball in play. It just is what it is. Mora was excellent. 7 innings, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts. Calderon gave up the bomb. But that's going to do it here from the Colorado Rockies. We'll see you next time. Can we make the comeback? Can we do it? You have to sit and wait to find